Are you asking parents to email passport copies during admissions or storing passport pictures? Private schools are subject of the GDPR as any other organization in Europe. This is how you reduce the risk of GDPR fines in just 10 minutes using Claude and Formify. My name is David Nordin, one of the founders. Let's dive in and I show you a real example from the Swedish School on Mallorca that needs to collect passport details with the help of Formify without storing any passport pictures. Here we can see the whole form where parents also are signing. Let me zoom in here, and here we have the part where we collect the information from the passport. What I will do now is I will actually scan my own passport and show you how this is working for real. What will happen is that we will extract the details from the passport and put them in the right fields. The only thing we are saving is the passport picture in the PDF. And I will do a live demo on this. I have my passport and I will use my phone like this. Confirm that my picture is over here. You have my name. I'm Swedish. My passport number starts with AA and when I'm born. Let me also take some functions that this form is populated with. What we can see here that we have the mobile phone. If I press this field, we are actually asking to provide a phone number. And what is happening if we are using this function, it's validating that we are getting the phone number correct, sending out the PIN code number. We can do exactly the same thing with email, which the Swedish School also are using. So we know that we have the correct email address. This form has been equipped with some functions that will actually make it possible for one parent to complete their part on the form without being on site at the same time. What is necessary to remember in this situation is that one of the parents doesn't sign the form before it's completed. But the good thing is, further down this video, I will show you how you don't need to even think about how to create these actions and functions, because we are going to use Claude. This is already equipped with all of the knowledge. Copy and paste the prompt I will give you in the end and have exactly the same functions. And in less than 10 minutes. I will show you this later on. But first, let's go down to the form here. So we see to be able to share this form. And what is triggered is that the mobile phone number here is actually where we will send the link to the second parent. And this way, these parents can scan their passport. The parent number 1 can wait for the information to be added. And when everything is filled in detail, parent 1 signs and also parent 2 are signing. But only after all fields are filled. As this is a legal document, we are now using what is called advanced electronic signature. You may ask, why should we use an advanced version, which is actually that we are taking identification of the parents. Yeah, because this is a private school. We also have some school fees that needs to be paid, and the parents needs to confirm the conditions stated in this intake form. As we had scanned already the passport, you should know we don't need to do that twice, as when we come to the step to sign, the parent will actually be able to pick the passport from one of the ones that already had been scanned and then do what is called a video selfie. Finally, one more important thing before we move to Claude is you're maybe wondering, do I need to send this form out unique to every parent's email address? And actually, you don't need to do that because Formify has a function we call Formify links. And this means that you are creating one link and you are sending this form maybe through email to all parents at once, or you are publishing this link on your web page so you can ask the parents to go and catch it on your web page. Every case that is completed will come into your inbox when finished, and not before that, of course. We are now inside Claude. Because of demo purposes, we will create a part of the form where we have one of the students' details that we want to add. Good to know that connecting Formify with the MCP server and downloading and installing our skills, Claude already has knowledge about the function that is needed to, for instance, populate scanning action or validate an email or validate the mobile number. But let's go ahead, and as I said, you are going to get the full prompt so you can create your own form later on, and you can also edit this prompt if you need to have another type of structure. So I'm sending the prompt now to Claude. Here is the first question. It's the field names, the labels. What should they be in which language? For demo purposes, let's take English and Spanish. And now Claude is starting to work. And what we can see here is already calling the skill Formify PDF forms. Now we see that Claude has finished creating the forms for the student details number 1. If you would like to create your form in another way, not maybe using Claude, you will need to have a knowledge about the attributes that we are using to populate the function inside Formify. So underneath in the description, I will provide you with a PDF containing all of the attributes and description on how to use them and where to put them inside your PDF. The Formify standard is the European standard under eIDAS, which means that we are giving a certificate that will make sure that no data has been altered after it has been signed. The work is more or less to instruct Claude how you want the form to be created. Finally, please note, Formify does not provide legal advice. It is your responsibility to understand what personal data you are legally allowed or required to collect and store. Under the GDPR, you should only collect and keep the personal data that is necessary for your specific purpose. This is called data minimization. For example, if you only need to verify someone's identity, you may not need to store a full passport photo. If another law requires you to keep a copy of the passport, you must have a valid legal basis for doing so. Always make sure you know why you're collecting personal data, what information is actually required, and how long you are allowed to keep it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.